It must have just been loose because I ran and then the car just stopped. Like it didn't want to pull back away. Like I slowed down and stopped and it
Yeah.
didn't want to come back. So I'm like, did I lose signal? So I'm hitting the radio, and then it drove back to me. I'm like, oh, okay. Must have just cut from heat or something. Went down to make another run and it was pulling and I kind of feathered it and it just went, yeah, and slowed and it had no braking. So I'm like, what's going on?
What's up, Mike? What's up, Jersey? What's up, Tony? Squirrel.
Squirrel. What's up, Osborne? Mitch? Redneck? What's going on, guys?
Where's Mitch?
Welcome in.
Oh, he's
Let's see.
probably still celebrating at 158, 159 with the wrong car.
Right. Hey, Dirk. What's happening, buddy?
What's going on, Dirk?
Hey, Dirk.
Dirk.
Got my body painted today, finally.
You did?
Yeah, it didn't come out like I thought it would. It came out all right, but I got a little too close with the light. Remember you told me to stay way far away?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was way too close.
Hey, whoops.
I was all, oh, well, what am I going to do now, right?
You were in a hurry is what it was.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I'm like, oh, I'm about a foot away. I should have been like 3 feet away, just to get a
Right.
miss rather than you know, I figured out
What?
why it's 2 times on that stuff because it coats. It's a thick coat.
Right. It's a primer and paint together.
Yeah, it sprays thick. So
Yeah. Yeah. So if you stay about 3 foot away and just give it a whoosh,
yeah, that's what I
it'll
did
just
with the
kind of right
silver.
into it.
I did that with the silver. I stayed way up here and just did a quick spurts of it
Yep.
because it came out all right. Doesn't look real orange in the picture though. It's a little more
No, it
orangier.
doesn't look orange.
It's a little more
It's an ice cream
orangier.
paint job.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it looks like ice cream. You're right.
You're
Did
gonna have
my
to call that truck Sherbert.
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 I got the washers. I got orange washers now on the rims on a couple, 6 screws in the center.
Nice.
Looks good, man. Actually, I like it. Like when you talked about it being orange and white and stuff, I'm like, that's gonna come out like Sherbert, and it did.
It did.
Yeah, it does look
But I
good,
don't
Kurt.
hate it.
No, it
No, it
I
doesn't.
looks
like it.
It
good.
doesn't. It doesn't look bad. It's not what I was imagining in my head either. So
But where you thought the body was sitting tall, now that it's painted, it looks like a normal truck.
it looks a little better. It's still too wide for me. I kept not. If you watch the video, I just posted the video. If you watch that video, I kept knocking the back of the body off. So I drilled a hole through that peg and then put a pin up from underneath
Okay.
so it wouldn't fall off again.
The
Oh,
way
with
I always
off that?
set mine is I drill the hole first and then set the body as back far as I can with
I
almost a little bit of tension.
I couldn't get it all the way back because the nose of it's hitting the front of the chassis.
See, that's why the front of mine are all
The
lobbed
cut.
off. So
Yeah,
I put it down between the chassis rails.
yeah, I thought about cutting the chassis a little bit, like the first hole off.
You could have done that too, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't, so I'm kind of stuck where I'm at. Plus, it's a little wide. The body's wide to me, so
Yeah, that is a little bit of
it's
a width on those.
yeah, it's a pretty wide body. I think I'm gonna switch over to the creep or the power wagon,
Oh, the comp wagon,
the
the
comp
big
wagon,
motor.
yeah, because they're way more narrow.
Uh,
I know the
well,
creep is.
the comp wagon is wider.
No, it can't be wider than
Not the Warlord.
the Warlord.
It's wider than Creep, yes.
Yeah, it's definitely wider than the creep body. But if you go with just the creep cab only,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll be happy with that. It'll fit on there nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Either that, well, I would like the other one, the
The
handwheel, but
yeah, try to find one right now.
yeah, that's why I just buy the creep cab.
Oh my gosh. No wonder this thing melted. It pulled the battery on 2S to 5.4,
Wow.
and then it held it there. It recovered to 5.7, but the minimum voltage was 4.7.
Hmm.
It pulled it down to almost like 1 cell.
Thanks, Dirk.
Where's Mitch? Because this thing on 2S pulled 207 amps.
Mitch is putting a couple kids to sleep, he said.
Yeah. 207 amps on 2S, Mitch. It was hooked. I don't think I was spinning.
What's up, Guru?
Give them some NyQuil, Mitch. They'll go right to sleep.
Oh, holy crap, Josh.
Mitch said to turn the safeties off.
Yeah, that's what you do on the castles.
No holds barred.
Yeah, got to get everything out of them.
It hit 1.9 horsepower and 184 degrees on 2S.
Yeah.
I dropped the gearing down to try and help that. I picked up 7 mile an hour going to the foams and dropping 3 pending teeth.
Really? Slightly frowned upon, Dennis.
And Kurt, do you know how yours was acting up with the zeros?
Yeah.
Hit the reset button and fix mine.
Mm.
There's a button on the top of it. Just hit that
Oh,
reset
yeah,
button.
yeah. Okay.
I did that and powered it back up. And today it showed every run as valid.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But
Well,
I forgot
show
to take the body off and show the battery.
I did that last week.
Yep.
I didn't care though. I went slower than my first run, so
Yeah, I would have been second place. I think I'm still second place, but 68 like on 2S.
yeah.
Then three. I think the damage was done when I tried 3S because it was, like I said, it was. I hope it comes out in Jericho's video. I haven't even had him send it to the computer yet. How Jericho's car was on the wheelie bar.
Uh,
I don't have a wheelie bar on mine.
yeah, I don't either.
I wasn't dragging chassis, but the front end of that GTR looked like a no prep car coming down the
Lifted
track.
down the road.
Like it was full extended with all this weight on the front, full extended, and just came by me like, I'm like, that was a run. I said, Jericho, that was 65, 70, somewhere in there, and it came back at 68.
Hey Tim, how you doing?
What's up, Tim?
What is it Mitch says? Every line is a second?
Oh, the dotted line on the road?
No, on the download.
Oh,
Well, I don't know.
I had full throttle. If it's every line is a second, I had full throttle for 4 seconds on that 2S. That poor battery.
You got the Mamba X in there? Is that what you got?
Yeah, just a regular Mazda X.
I'm gonna have to put my max 6 in there. I'm just running that Sidewinder. I don't know what the Sidewinder is. The 4. How big
Yeah.
it is. It can only be like
What motor's in it?
150 or something like that, I would imagine.
Was that the 2-turn or not? Or you went slower?
No, it was the 6500, the Spectrum, the drag motor.
Jericho barely getting into it hit 58 with the Spectrum.
Yeah,
But his
I know
gear,
that can go a lot faster. I
think you got your gearing way too high.
just got my gearing, yeah, because I went back to stock gearing to start over. So now I just need a bigger pinion.
Yeah, I think I can tell you what Jericho is. It doesn't matter what Jericho is, though. You're running the same gearing as me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's running the Losi, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Lauren?
My Spurs is 69. Because I'm running the 48 pitch stuff.
Okay, yeah, I think my RC addiction, what's happening? Lauren, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not even close to that.
Are you running a 54? Are you running
I'm
that
running
32 pitch?
the 48 pitch right now.
You have the 48, so the stock Traxxas,
Mm-hmm. I have
the 76.
the biggest spur. I
The
got like,
biggest is like an
You.
84,
I think it's an 86 or something like that. Yeah.
86. Yeah.
And I have like a 12 or 18 tooth on it or something like that. Maybe an 18 tooth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just going to try to go a little bit bigger pinion and just mess around with it. I just got to get out there and start doing it. Because I have 48 pitch from when I was doing the Fortec. Too many windows open again.
Family crawlers to my RC addiction. What's up, Lauren? That's the 2S run. Still need to drop gear if I want to run any more 2S. Then it'll pick up because I hit 32,000 RPMs. And it's pulling the battery down too hard. Section 2.
Yeah, I might be able to squeeze that out of the 48. I have a big pinion.
I'm gonna run that time.
Good evening, everybody.
What's up?
Nick?
Family crawlers to my RC. Oh, all right, family crawlers, cool. I didn't know that. Well, welcome in.
Yeah, it was shutting off because my data log is way off and it's ending.
What's up, Tank? Did you like my comment, Kurt? Oh, there's Kurt Dennis. Yeah, on the video, on the Dirk. I
So
know. I
what's
think
everybody been
I
up?
replied back to you on it.
What's everybody been up to this weekend?
speed running.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I guess Sean here said he got what, 72 or something?
71.
71?
well, if it's not on video, it didn't happen.
My GoPro kind of didn't work for that one, so I got, I think, 67 on video.
Okay,
I'm uploading that in a minute here.
cool.
But means it's capable of 71, so
Yeah.
trying to get like 75, hopefully. Might need a different motor.
Girls can RC too. How you doing? I watched one of your truck climb up that big rock. It's cool. That's what I call murdering packs.
The 3S went down to 7.7, Mitch.
Eating a banana split, that's not fair. Gotta share.
Yeah, I'm checking Girls Can RC2. I'm checking the channel right now.
Peanut Butter Wolf, what's going on?
Peanut butter wolf, what's happening? Yeah,
What's
missed
up,
you last couple
Dwayne?
times.
Gentlemen,
Yeehaw!
Dwayne.
Duckman.
Hey, Dwayne.
Gentlemen, where?
Yeah, who walked in?
What's up, Dwayne? How you doing?
Good, Kirk, you.
Not too bad. Not too
Did you see
bad.
that video I sent in the group, Kurt? The dude
Of
on the mini bike?
the mini bike? Yeah.
That was live. I was watching that live. That's going on now in Texas.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That dude fell right on his ass.
They were racing Gixxer 1000s in t-shirts and jeans.
Oh yeah,
That's
And this is at
crazy.
a track. Like,
Yeah, they let them do that on a track, huh? On a public
I
track.
was,
I guess it's
yeah,
a private track, but
yeah.
the insurance has got to be stupid. It has a caramel drizzle. Just rub it in.
Right. I'm gonna have to wait for the wife to walk in so I can have her go make me a sundae.
Yeah, right. I already had my Butterfinger ice cream today. I had my ice cream before my dinner.
Just in case you didn't eat all your dinner, you still got your dessert.
Yeah, in case I got full.
well, I think good news is I'm finally beating that stupid cold that I had for a week.
You sound a
Awesome.
little better.
What's the bad news?
Whoa.
Is because I was cold. I had a cold. I didn't clean anything here.
The bad news is we can now understand them again.
Yeah.
Peanut Butter Will says ice cream is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah. The side of cake.
Oh, I see Duckman is behind his desk today.
He's still there from the show last night. They partied too hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
2.7 horsepower, 2.79 horsepower on 3S.
Sorry. Yes. I dropped the sewing needle on the floor.
1.9 on 2S. So if that 3S would have went. It'd have been nice.
Where it went, nobody knows. I'm gonna find it.
Just don't drag your feet around when you're walking,
Yeah.
or you'll find them.
Poor battery.
Crow.
My wife
Magnetized.
keeps walking downstairs. I think she's spying on me.
Checking up on you.
Yeah, she's checking up.
What'd you do this weekend, Dwayne?
Got it.
Saturday I did some yard work because we had a nice day, and then I woke up this morning to snow on that yard.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, yeah. So not a whole lot.
At least you got the yard cleaned up a little bit, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I got the whole front done this weekend and cleaned up on Saturday, so that was good. But then she snowed again.
Yeah, I made today too.
I put my Christmas decoration away that was on the front porch.
Good thing I don't see that every time we're on.
Yeah, right. I'd be saying something too on that. That's I yell at people driving down the road and I see their lights still hanging on their house. Don't threaten us, Mitchell.
You laugh like that was a bad thing.
Yeah, that's what I did today. I did the backyard, cleaned up the dog area and sprayed the weeds.
Charge this.
5 minutes in the mowing, I hit a dang mud hole and it just sprayed the whole half of me. I'm like, yep, that's how this is gonna start. Next
Right.
2 hours, I'm just covered in mud.
One of those days. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Did that and then finished painting the body. And I was done after that.
Did it work out, Kurt?
Joe versus RC. It came out all right. I got too close with the white. Kind of splattered it.
What's up, Joe?
Thicked it out.
What's going on, Joe?
Is it sticking good?
Oh yeah. No, it's
Yeah?
yeah. Because even I did the test coats and I did one without the promotion adhesive and then one with, and I bent it all up and it wouldn't peel or nothing, not either one. So,
Oh, that's good.
but I still sprayed the adhesive on it, just
And
to
you
make
used
sure.
the Rust-Oleum stuff there? You were
Yeah, the
talking?
Rust-Oleum 2 times. It says
That
2 times
plastic
on it.
stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, it worked great. It went on thick though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's thick. I only put I did a little bit of white and then I did like a really light mist of silver metallic.
Yeah.
And then I did orange. I think I only did 2 coats. And then backed it with the silver metallic with 1 coat and then 1 white coat.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of coats.
Yeah, I know it was getting, yeah, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't silver on the inside though. But I wanted that background of silver to maybe, the sun might hit it a little better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see how it's on the crawler, right? So it'll hold up.
Joe, no, I just stripped out the horn, luckily.
What the
Just had to replace the servo horn. It's back to normal.
that?
Back to bashing. Yeah, I was going to show that to you, actually.
Dennis, did you get your burger?
Yes, I did.
So, yes, I did.
Just one or one for the road?
1.5.
Damn, you can eat, man.
Yeah. You want to win money, just put me in a fucking food eating contest.
Oh, yeah. That looks good.
Looks not too bad, huh? I got a little heavy. It got a little white heavy. Let's see. I have more pictures of it. The
Yeah, a
other-
little bit, but I think it adds to the look maybe.
yeah. It's
Like-
not
like
it's not
mine,
bad in
I did
person.
the black first and then I did the pewter, right? So
Oops. I have better, different pictures of it. Oh, I can't do it that way.
oh yeah. That
They're
looks
not-
alright.
It looks all right. It came out all
Yeah.
right. I just
Yeah.
I need to look at it in the sun and see if it sparkles like I think it's going to.
Yeah, you took the fenders right off too.
Yeah, right. To get
And
that.
high at the front end, yeah.
Yeah, to get that. Otherwise the tires were just hitting.
Those are 1.9s?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think mine are gonna hit too.
yeah, yeah. The flex in this chassis is just crazy.
Kurt, how many coats of that pearl did you put on?
Pearl what?
Or is it just the orange pearl?
It's just orange.
Oh, okay.
I put 2 coats of orange. I did a spray of white, which kind of you can see the white in there, and then I did like a outer of silver, and then 2 coats of the orange,
Well, you'll definitely get a different effect in the sunlight.
1 coat of silver on the after the 2 oranges, and then a coat of white on the back. So
Yeah, you'll get a nice little effect once the sun hits it.
right, I should get a little sparkle out of it for putting the metallic silver down there.
Yes.
What?
You didn't tape out the windows to get the window trim? What the heck?
I did. I got the orange window trim.
You
I
got
was
the look
gonna,
you were
I
going
forgot,
for.
I wanted to buy a black pen and trace out the windows, and do all the lines around like that, but I forgot. I was too big of a hurry.
Right here.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
maxed mine out.
I don't think that would have stuck, no?
Yes, it will.
Just a magic marker?
Yep, just a Sharpie.
Yeah,
Really?
and
Oh,
you
I
can't-
had one of those too, and I didn't even think about doing that.
Yeah, because you'll paint over top of it.
Yeah. I didn't even
Once
think
it's-
about doing that.
Yeah, once it's laid down, you'll paint over top of it. It'll hold. I masked mine and painted it
Hmm.
when I did the black.
Yeah, that's too much work for me, buddy. I don't have the patience to do that.
Kurt's like, nope, good enough.
What's up, Sleek? How you doing?
Going on, Sleek.
Getting a brain freeze, yes. But yeah, man, that Rift was a blast. Thing's just crazy torquey.
Josh, what are you doing? Oh, he's muted.
You're muted. He's working on his
He's doing something.
speed cars.
I was fixing the motor wire on this.
I did see the soldering iron out.
Wire came unsoldered doing a run. Little too much pull.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta drop my opinion. It's too tall. Asking too much of this little ESC. Make sure it fires back up.
Yeah, right. He's investigating an electrical fryer, Dwayne. What do you want? Huh? What do you want?
No way to talk to your niece.
She's gone, thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, nice and quiet last night.
I'll fix.
Or today, I guess. She left this morning. Oh, nice.
Nice when the brakes work again.
Mine are working too strong now with that smaller pinion in there.
Mitch, we tried out the new road. Too busy.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's what you said. Huh?
There's
Got
traffic,
too
huh?
busy.
Yeah.
Is it like that all the time, or?
The couple times I went by, it seemed slow, but I never sat there that long. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Jericho got one hit and hit 58 about half throttle. He's like, I'm ready for 3S. I'm like, okay. We went to the other road. He hit 3S and the center hub of the adapter shot out.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, he didn't tighten it very much. I put Loctite on it. It was tight. I'm like, the wheel's tight because the adapter is still hooked to the wheel, but we're holding to the adapter to the extra.
the screw is gone.
Yep. So you of course can't order that part.
No, yeah, you gotta buy the whole freaking thing. Stupid stuff. That's how they get you.
What's up, Mitch?
Mitch,
What's up, Mitchell?
going on, fellas?
Hmm.
I think I have to put a servo on this. The old Praxis 2056 is starting to get a little
Give it out a little bit.
old.
Yeah, getting a
Yeah.
little sloppy.
Yeah.
I think that's what I have in mind, the stock one that comes in the slash.
Yeah.
Josh, was that the log you were reading, the one you sent?
Yeah. No. The first one that log I sent was pulling, it was at 202 amps at 2.7 horsepower when the motor wire desoldered itself.
Yeah, that one you weren't in full throttle very long.
No, the other one,
It's so the 1 second deal is if you put your cursor wherever on the data log, then you hit your arrow key one time, that's 1 second. So wherever that jumps to is where it is. Or you look at your time bar down the bottom.
yeah,
And the time bar down the bottom tells you how many seconds.
it was 4 of the black mark. It's deleted now.
Girls can RC too. Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.
Thanks for popping in.
Good night.
Right.
Right.
Where did you go with the 17?
Dwayne, you should see if you can design something like this.
Oh,
Right.
I think there's a couple out there already.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple
This
like
is this is the whole chassis. Everything is 3D printed. The only thing you have to use is just the axle. So
Huh.
this does not go on a kit. It's the whole thing is. I just watched a YouTube video. So the only thing that you buy is the link and the axle. Everything else, transmission, the thing that holds the transmission, I mean. But the frame is all 3D printed. Everything is 3D printed.
Is that 1/10 scale? Tank?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
pretty cool.
man, that is cool.
But I don't like the price that they're selling it. It's $58 Canadian, but it is all the frame and everything. But I still find it very expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
If ever you see something like that, it'd be cool. I was even thinking of doing like a tractor, a John Deere tractor, and putting
Yeah.
the wheels.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those builds now on Instagram.
Yeah.
It could be that kit right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's what's his name? Man, he's got a whole bunch of nice rigs.
You know, it's amazing when you're having fun. In that video from earlier, I said I held the throttle for a second, and it's like, it just goes to show when you're having fun, time's flying in that moment. I held the throttle for 3 seconds on that run. And you, in your brain, while it's happening, you think that it was only a split second you held it.
Yeah.
But in reality, you're holding it, and it's like, that was 3 seconds of full throttle.
Hi, Spider
Oh.
Garage. How you doing?
Josh, that 158 from Cincinnati was 293 units.
You're
You're
muted
muted, I
again.
think.
293 amps.
Yeah. That's what the car settled at. So 293 amps for 158-mile-an-hour pass.
What was that? 3 or 4 amps?
That was 8 amps.
8S.
8S.
That's gee,
Well, I pulled 207 amps on a 2S. I did not expect it to be that.
Yeah. You definitely murdered those packs. For sure.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, so to give you an idea on, you obviously already know, but 2S, you're looking for at least to hold 6 volts. You said you touched into the 4s.
4.7.
Yeah, that's freaking, that's insane. I mean,
The whole full throttle pull was no higher than 5.7.
yeah, it was a bit harsh.
Yeah. When I first hit it, it hit 4.7, and then it creeped up to 5.2, 5.5, 5.7, and then it sat there. I haven't put a voltmeter on it yet to see what it is.
Yeah,
Or
you
a
probably
battery.
turned that back down pretty good.
Yeah. It was
And
driving great though, man. It drove dead straight, like 2 little taps. But when I went on 3S, as soon as I was pulling in the throttle, it was pulling right. So I got to put some more in the right preload because it wasn't servo, unless it was the servo was dying because it was pulling so hard.
yeah, you're almost in whiteout area there. That road, I mean, like my road, it's weird. My road is randomly busy on the weekends. Like, it's so hard to run on the weekends because it's just random traffic. During the week, you can find times on my road where it's just dead. Like, you can, like, I've noticed that 10 of 7 in the afternoon, right at around 10 of 7, you can catch a break on my road, and you'll have a good time period with no traffic. And then if you try and go out there at 6:15, forget it. You're not even getting a run in without the car coming down. If you wait till 7:20, then all of a sudden you have another string of traffic come through. And it's almost like you got to time that road. You got to figure out where that timing is good on the road for you guys, to run when the traffic's going to come through. And I'm going to tell you, running during the week, like right around 7 o'clock, is great. But the problem is, as the daylight holds out longer, I'm going to have to start running later and later. So then it's going to skip right through 7 to 8 o'clock, and then it's going to get down to like 8:30, 8:45 is going to be the best time for me to run during the day. By the time the end of summer comes. So I would suggest, if that road is doable, I would just spend some more time out there and see if you can figure out, during the week, a good time when it's kind of dead. Because it's like where I'm at, it's almost like you can tell people that are working an hour away from this area, you can tell when they all start coming back. 5 o'clock rush hour. You give them an hour, that's 6 o'clock. Maybe they're left a half hour, maybe they're an hour and a half away. So you're figuring 6 to 7 o'clock, everybody's returning back, or if they stopped on the way home, whatever. And in between that time period, you're not getting a run. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I would just try and spend some more time out there on that road, see if you can time it out better.
Yeah, the new road will be like, it's so smooth and straight. It looks like your road, but country. But for some reason, we pull up, find a good spot to park, and then all of a sudden, car, 4 cars. It's like,
Yeah, today it was another random, like, normally during the week you can get traffic that it's like spurts of 3 or 4 cars at a time. And then days like today, on the weekend, you'll get a car coming on the road as a car's getting off the road. And then or you'll have enough time to get the car down there and turn around and the car shows up. By the time that car gets down the other end, another one pulls on. It's like, what the frick? Like it's just random traffic that comes through. Whereas during the week, you normally have more I shouldn't say regulated, but expected traffic, I guess you could say.
right.
Did you guys see the new FuraTech ESC that came out? That it's got an LCD right on it?
The one from like a week or two ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a couple weeks old, that one, 2 or 3, eh, Josh, I
Yeah,
think?
the Slide Tech censored ESC.
Yeah.
It is for racing and drifting. It's pretty neat to screen on it. You can see it here.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Can basically do everything on that with that little wheel and enter. It's kind of neat.
Didn't
They don't-
Hobbywing come out with a ESC like that too now or something?
Not sure. But $219 US, it's not cheap.
No.
It's cool. $160 amp.
Hmm.
Did you say Hobby Wing, Kurt?
I thought Hobbywing came out. Maybe it was that, but I thought
I think it's FuraTech.
Let me see. Who I think Roadside RC.
I think Roadside was testing Fury Tech one.
Was it Tech? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay close attention to it.
I'm on Hobby Wing right now and I don't see one.
Yeah. I think let's see.
Have you seen that Hobby Wing tunalizer? They got a tuning computer now for their stuff. Frig,
Oh,
is
yeah?
it expensive? Oh,
Okay, it was Tech.
Josh, if you have a lot of patience, you can do this with your Grande. Cut the hood open.
ugh.
That's dedication right there when you actually cut the hood of a hard body.
Yeah.
Like when you start, you got to take a small blade and go very slowly and make sure you don't screw up. And
What's up, Raymond? Yeah.
Going
Cutting
on,
any
Raymond?
body.
Both had that experience, Kurt. Well,
I was scared to
Sean
cut that base camp.
Sean did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it on the Lexan one though.
Sean did it on the hard body Lexan.
Oh, did he?
I think it's Lex the 10-3, the Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
isn't
it's
that
I think it is Lexan, but it's a
that's
thick.
Lexan.
Yeah, it's really thick though.
Yeah, that's a Lexan body.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not open no more.
he just cut the hood open.
Yeah, and he put those nice big massive hinges on.
Right.
Yeah.
The big door hinges on there.
It's not there anymore, though.
I know. Yeah. That's all
Yeah,
right.
you got that body, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent it to Keys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop it, in my opinion.
What's up?
But I think I'm gonna drop 3 more teeth on my pinion. Try and
Try
help
that.
that.
Mellow it
voltage
out a
push.
little bit. Well, at least you didn't burn it up. Still got one more shot. Batteries might be no good anymore, but
They'll be fine.
yeah.
So, you know what? I'd rather hold
Just cook them. That's what we call it at work. We cook our batteries.
Mhm.
Yeah. Get that motor put together.
Yeah, I gotta tear the whole back of it up to put everything in, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna wait on that.
Yeah, you had a long weekend.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a long day yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you two lived closer.
Nope.
Mhm.
I went out there, hung out for a little bit, and then went out in the back to the hobby shop. And Chunky showed up, grabbed the trucks, ran out in the back, ran on the rocks for a little bit. Then we went and got some burgers.
And it was all over after that.
It was all done.
No, then we went back to the house. Oh, I'm sorry, before we went out and played on the rocks, we put,
Fixed Jericho's window.
fixed the window in Jericho's Galaxy. Then went and played on the rocks. Then went and got food, came back.
And we went to get food in the 63 Galaxy.
Yeah.
All of us.
All piled in that big old boat.
Mm-hmm.
Picture somebody that's what, 6'6"?
Hold on, I have the picture.
Yeah, I think they're all. I had a couple old cars like that, the old Thunderbird and what's the other Ford? Maybe it was a Galaxy.
The Fairlane.
Fairlane.
No, it wasn't a Fairlane. It was a Ford though, because my dad was Ford.
Falcon?
That thing was huge too. Had a 460 in it.
The LTD.
I can't remember what it was.
The Torino?
No, it wasn't a Torino. You guys put him in the middle?
Oh,
He
gee.
He
chose
jumped
that.
in the back.
All right.
So
That's
after
funny.
we went and got food, we go back to the house. And then Josh and Jericho started working on the 70 Mustang. And I went over and gave him a hand. And the next thing you know is Charlie and Chunky are working on the convertible, tearing the dash apart. Then we're all over there. Then I
What's
looked at
up,
my phone. I
Joe?
was like, oh shit, it's after 7 o'clock. I gotta go.
Wow.
Yeah, they shredded that car.
Yeah, we got that was well, we had the dash almost out when you left, right, Dennis? Or did we just get the dash out?
It was out probably 20 minutes, maybe a half hour before I left.
After Dennis left, we got the whole front clip off, the hood off, the doors off, everything out from the inside except for the pedals, the radiator, all the front accessories, the upper intake, all the wiring from trans tunnel forward out, inner fenders, all that. It was all gone.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm cutting that car in half. I wrecked a 93 GT a long time ago. And it's been at a chassis shop for a long time. Waiting on parts, get the parts in. He takes my car apart and goes, it's rusted under the frame. So I sent him frame rails. So he goes, put the frame. I sent him an 84 GT convertible I had to cut apart and mesh the cars together. He said the 84 is too rusted now
Oh, Jesus.
because he wants to go all the way back to the floor pan where the seam is, where the floor pan comes up to the firewall. Because my
Yeah.
firewall behind that seam is a full 10-point cage in the 93. So he's like, I need a firewall and seam. Well, that car was sitting in the driveway. And I'm like, and I got an opportunity to get an 88 convertible I had back at the price that I sold it to the guy for, which was cheap.
Huh.
So I'm like, well, I'll cut apart the 89 convertible and I'll put all the parts in the 88. So I got the 88 back. It's sitting in the trailer. Dennis didn't even see it. So I got to get the 89 done and pull it apart. But it's really close. Dropping
mean,
the
It
things
looked
out.
like that thing got pulled into a fucking chop shop.
Right.
Within 2 hours, it was torn apart.
Not the first Mustang I've torn all the way apart.
What color
When
was
I
the
read it,
dashboard?
what's that?
Color was the dashboard?
How was it?
What
Color.
color was the dashboard? Is the dashboard?
Oh, gray.
Did you take that out too?
Yeah, it's all out.
You getting rid of it?
We'll see if I want to keep the red in the 88. I will update you. If you
You
need
don't
it,
want to keep red.
everything's red though, and it's nice on the inside of that car. The gray was a little beat up on stuff inside the other car. And it's a black car, so the red and black doesn't really clash.
Copy that.
Heck, I have a whole autometer instrument cluster for a 4i dash where it fits into the speedometer and everything. It's all laid out with autometer. That's sitting in a box up in my rafters.
So, fun fact: you pulled that pack down to 2.35 volts per cell.
Yeah.
That the car I just had up here, the one I ran earlier. The first time that car went 159, I pulled them packs. Now, in that car at the time, there was 4 DV Extreme 4S packs in it. And I pulled those packs down to 2.9 volts per cell. The car went 159. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, car went 159 on the third hit on the batteries. So on that hit, it dropped them down to 2.9 volts per cell. It dropped down to 23.2 volts on 8S. Today, the very same car went 158 on the first pass and held 30 volts throughout the whole run. That's the lowest the battery packs dropped to, 30 volts. So
You should
that's how
hit it
much.
harder then.
Say again.
You should hit it harder then.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could have, without a doubt. It's just, I've put so much time into the car and I've been kind of babying it more than anything and just, having fun with it more than just trying to go out there and send it. But I mean, it's literally been 2 years, like I said, since that car has seen the 150s. And I mean, yeah, I keep saying the next time, today during that run, I was pulling into the trigger and I just kept telling myself, pull harder, pull faster, and just wasn't getting it, wasn't giving it enough. But 2 years ago, that car, if you go back at the end of the video, I posted the first 159 video. And dude, 2 years ago, that car was all over the road. Like, you could see the car just all over the road, left and right, at yellow, white line, yellow line. And now today, it darn near runs the same number and in a perfectly dead straight line and is so much more efficient than it was 2 years ago. But it's just, you learn as you go along. Now, I'm not saying that that's the reason why you pulled your packs down. I'm just saying for me. But it's really cool.
Oh no,
when you,
mine was definitely it all hooked. It took it all.
Yeah.
And I had gearing to run 110. So it was trying to get there.
Yeah.
It didn't have enough pack to get there.
Well, that and how much distance was it in too?
Let's see.
Because you see, that kind of matters on where them packs are going to go to. You know what I mean? In any speed run, you know, not too many people know why the Perfect Pass launch controller was created or why he came out with it, or what it actually does. But if you really think about it, why would you need a time delay? The time delay isn't for, yes, it's to lengthen or control your throttle, but some people look at it as controlling the throttle. But it was mainly put out there for how hard you are hitting into that 100%. So if you can stretch out the time period and when you go from 0 to 100, by the time you get to 100, that is going to reflect on your amperage. It's going to reflect on where your batteries are going to drop down. So in other words, if you take 2 seconds and hit 100 in 2 seconds, everything's going to drop down a lot less. So, or a lot more, I'm sorry, because you're doing it in a short time period. If you stretch that out and you stretch that run out and just wait it as long as you can, like the Perfect Pass is 10 seconds. If you gave it that 10 seconds, it's not going to pull those packs down as far. It's not going to pull the amperage up sky high because it's not hitting it that high. And you'll see when your dog, you know, you hit into 100%, that amperage goes through the roof when you hit it. But the longer it's set, the longer it stays in, it comes back down again. And the same thing, if you stretch that run out and gently hit that 100%, you're going to bring them packs down less.
Right.
So yeah, it kind of goes back to the whole throttle dump thing. It's like if you just dump the throttle, you're dumping all that amperage out of it, and the battery packs are saying, "Screw you, I can't handle it." Yeah. But if you can hold into it and stretch that out, then packs might say, "Okay, I can do this now."
I can.
Full distance, including braking, 890 feet.
Yeah. So you're doing.
You're doing drag car runs.
Yeah, you're doing 152 mile or 152
instead of a speed run. You're doing a drag car run.
We had every intention of going to the far road, and then Joe messages, "Hey, I'm on my way." I'm like, "It's going to take a half hour to drive there, and then another half hour back, and Joe's an hour away." I said, "So we tried the new spot. It was too busy. We went over to the short road, which you've seen, Mitch, where I was the bumpy one where the semi crashed. And there we did the pull on the short road. It says 3,500 feet on the picture you look at, but I went down, the steering was off. So I drove it back, got the steering squared away, went back down, turned around and came back. So it was 4 passes on the road. So it might have been less than 890 because I went down, braked, and then brought it back again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even so,
you didn't mess up the speed run, Joe. Me not charging my GNSS messed up the speed run because I'm like, "Oh, let's get ready to go," and I'm like, 0. I gotta let that charge for a while.
Yeah,
it's not Joe's fault because Joe told me early what time he was going. It's my fault that the GNSS was dead.
Blame it on somebody else. Joe's
when
fault.
I knew I was going to speed run today, I should have just plugged it in on the little trickle when I went out to go mow the grass.
Yeah, and to give you an idea, the past few passes, I think it was the second from the last pass. I know it was like 5,300 something feet. So that's a 2,000, right around 2,700 foot run that I'm pulling to do those runs that I'm doing. And you're trying to get it done in 800 feet.
Yeah.
Which, in all reality, can you get a setup to do that? Absolutely, you could. But you got to have the right dialed in setup to do that kind of thing.
Right.
Whereas we're just trying to take anything we got laying around and just send it to oblivion.
Yeah, this is a drag car that's now trying to all set up for 2S and everything. And then like, here's some 3S. How do you like that? Oh, you're just gonna unsolder wires. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll see you, Tim.
Later, Tim.
See you, Tim.
Later, Tim.
I don't know why K-Bash keeps messing up his body, man. Mine's working good.
I don't know what happened to him. He fell off the face of the planet today. He must have passed out early. He was all
Was it-
excited after I got done the run. Begged me to put the video up and all that. Not begged me, but said, you got to get that video up as fast as you can. I was like, dude. So my son, he wanted to get out. My little guy, Noah, he wanted to get out and run his truck. He's been chomping at the bit. So I was like, as soon as I come back, we're going to go out. Well, it crushed me, dude. So I get all the way out to the road. And as I stated in the video, then I noticed screws missing in the car. So I'm like, crap, I cannot run this car like this. There's no point. So I run all the way back home. He gets all excited, all freaking, screaming, just ready to go out with me to run his truck. And I'm like, no, dude, I got to leave again. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. And he gets all excited. So I told Kay on the way back, I said, no, dude. I said, I already did so once. I'm not doing it again. I said, you thought I came home earlier, just a second ago. I was like, but I just had to get a screw and then go back out to the road. So me and him were running the trucks around. I was running the Mojave with him in his car. So that's why I couldn't get the video up right away after I got home. But and then I forgot my duct tape anyway. So
I think Sean was asking you a question in the chat. Mitchell said, Mitchell for 3S runs. He's actually here in the Zoom.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you talking.
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't say it. What was the question?
I was just seeing if you thought like 3S runs higher KV with lower gearing or smaller gearing or lower KV geared up.
For 3, well, I mean, your KV is going to dictate where you're gearing. So if you're running higher KV, you're going to want, regardless of what cell you're running, you're going to gear according to that KV. So let's just say, for example, if you're running a 7,000 KV, you're not going to go and put the small, let's say you have a limitless, right?
What was that?
You have an arm limitless, right?
I do have a limitless. I'm talking for the bandit specific.
Well, yeah. But so you don't want to go out there and put really small gears in and a really big pinion in on a higher KV because then your amperage, the KV is basically going to spike your amperage up even higher. Higher KV means higher amperage. So depending on the ESC you're running, you're going to want to keep that amperage down on the higher KV. Because the higher KV, the KV multiplied by your voltage is your RPM. So if you multiply your KV by the voltage you're running, that will tell you your RPM. Now, that will tell you your RPM based off of the motor itself, sitting still. If you load that motor, and let's say in a run you wind up with a KV of say 6,000 KV instead of 7, you say, well, my motor is actually 7,000, but the KV loaded, it actually is a 6,000 KV. So that right there, you're basing your gearing off of that. What you're doing by running the KV down that low is going to tell you how efficient you are, what percentile you're in. So if you were to divide 6,000 into 7,000, you would get a percentage from that. So that would be 0.85. So that's 85% of that motor's efficiency. So 85%, you're looking at that motor's done. You've maxed it out. And on top of that, you're probably looking at creating more heat and more amperage than it's worth. So you want to get that motor back up where it needs to be, not bringing it all the way down to where it's not, like what Josh did today. Josh,
Yeah, I was only at 92%, maybe a little lower. Huh?
92% what?
Efficiency at 5.5 volts. My motor tested out the way it's set up now with no extra timing at 7,000, 7,100. And it tested out as 6,500 at 5.5 volts for the KV.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good then.
It was just voltage. Too much gear for the voltage. What you're going to run into, Sean, is your amperage limits of that Millennium, because you're 200C, but you're only 300 or 300 where it'll peak to on the Millennium. So you're about 3,500 kV on that. You can make that about 3,700 kV if you take the can apart and take the white washer and flip it from the back to the front. It will pick up 100, 200 kV, and it'll still clear all your sensor stuff in the back. It just makes it a little hotter.
So I might actually have to look into a different ESC then.
Yeah.
Depends on how far you're wanting to push it. With your 3,500, your limits right now, probably the motor, because you're going to run into a point that your motor is going to want to pull more amps than the ESC can give. And if you want to stay in the little ESC class,
That
you're
ESC
gonna
is
need
200
more.
amps, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's 200.
Yeah, it's a good.
It's a good ESC, but your 3,500 with your gearing, you're going to end up peaking out because it's just not there. Because like we ran drag racing in a stock class with the Millenniums. What's up, Spin Rush?
What's up, TJ?
Spin Rush, what's up, buddy?
Hey, long time.
Long time no chat.
Hey, Spin Rush.
You could change one tooth in the pinion and that car would change almost 1/10 of a second in 66 feet. That motor is very specific for what it likes. So you're going to have to make small gear changes to get that thing to climb. That motor is very specific with what it likes. We found a 41 tooth with a 69 spur in 66 feet on a DR10. The car was running 1.3s, 1.39, then 1.40s in 66 feet. And it was pushing 46 to 48 mile an hour on 2S in 66 feet.
That's crazy.
That was a carbon fiber DR10 chassis with that ESC and motor in it. It was what is that? Factory 5. You still use all the front waterfall and all the rear stuff off the DR10. It's still a rear motor, but it was, Jericho was usually number 1 or number 2 qualifying with that car. But it literally was, if you put a 40 tooth pinion in it, it slowed down. You put a 42 tooth pinion in it, it slowed down. It had to be a 41. It's exactly what the car wanted.
Yeah, I feel like I'm maxed out on gearing a little bit at the 71 miles an hour, but maybe I just need more space.
That would, like Mitch was saying, with me, that definitely would have helped. But just so you know, Mitch, I checked both packs that Jericho and I ran today. 4.08 per cell, perfectly on one, and 4.07 per cell, perfectly on the other.
Good night, everybody.
Night, Tank.
We'll see.
Night, Tank.
Night,
Tank.
Tank.
Yeah, distance, you'd be surprised at how much distance affects the run. I mean, so my 22S, when I hit 112 with it, I kept, in the one video I said, I kept having to cut the run short, because traffic kept cutting me off at the top end of the run. Finally, I get that one run to where I could just let it eat, let her cruise for a little bit. And it put the car up to, what was it, 118 or 119? The car went from the same exact setup that I was getting 112, 113 out of. And just by letting it cruise up there, because the one thing you have to factor in is, yes, your battery voltage at your initial hit of 100% is dropping. But the longer you stay into it and the longer you can hold your 100% power out, the more your battery voltage is going to come back up. The more it comes back up, that is going to multiply your voltage by your kV, and you are now creating more RPM up top because your voltage is finally starting to come back. So if you go out there and you hit 100% power out for a split second and just stab it and get off of it, that's like you're just touching the bottom of what the RPM of that motor is actually going to go to if your batteries are capable of returning. What happens when your batteries are not capable of returning is like Josh's scenario today, where he's changing gearing now. So he's changing gearing now because then, like he said, throughout his whole pull, his batteries dropped and stayed dropped. He's overgeared. If you bring that gearing back up, you're able to drop the battery and allow it to come back up. Then your RPM is going to come back to you. It's gonna let that motor come back up and be able to work off of that RPM. So that's why the distance matters in it, and letting it sit in 100% power out. You can gain that extra mile per hour just from that in and of itself.
Spin Rush, you're right about tires, because the foams definitely help. The one thing Mitch said to me, Sean, a while ago, and it's hard coming from drag racing and stuff. Not only having the longer amount of time to run 100%, but a longer amount of time to get to 100%. Your percentage jumps shouldn't be any significant jumps. It should just be a smooth wave riding in till you get to 100. And when I was pulling data logs when we were back doing the Tamiya runs, I would jump from like 50 to 80 to 100 instead of rolling up. And when I finally lengthened out a road, they closed the road and did construction near me. So we were able to go out, the last week of the runs.
Yeah.
And I went from 95 to 107 in a TTO2. Jericho was stuck at 99. And we finally went out and he hit 103 and then went off the road. He was still like a car was coming over the hill on a dang road that was closed 300 feet behind us. And he had to swerve to get out of the way because the car was coming up over the hill. And he went off the road at 103. He probably would have beat me. But it was all, when we went back and pulled the data log, the ramp up to the 100% was longer and smoother.
Because
I definitely got to find a new spot.
Yeah, that's the toughest part in speed running for everybody, finding the right spot.
Yep.
I think a whole lot more people in the world would do it if they were able to have the spot to do it.
If you had somewhere where you couldn't hurt somebody, or
yeah, exactly. That's the biggest key.
Yeah. Or catch fires.
That ramp up could be the difference especially with you running 200 amp ESC. That ramp up could be the difference between you cutting on that ESC or actually getting that ESC to work for you. If you go out there and just pin it, you're gonna cut the ESC and it's gonna shut down and it's not gonna make the run, and you're gonna be like, what the heck? I didn't go up that much. If you were to hold that out longer and pulled out that time period that you're able to bring that up 200%, you're gonna use a lot less amperage doing that and being able to utilize that 200 amps that's in there versus just spending it right off the gate, right out of the home. Another way of putting it. So, yeah. Play with the gearing.
There's a lot to think about.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody thinks that speed run's just, oh yeah, slap set gears and it go. It's not.
Even just suspension too. Like I've been messing with that a lot lately.
Yep. Suspension's key.
Just wants to lift up. I just keep adding weight.
It's
Well,
not,
don't be afraid to stiffen the rear shock.
Yeah, I did that too. And lowered the front.
the best thing I've ever heard was from Jaboy Racing. He tell me it's not all of one thing that makes you fast. It's everything and combined that's going to make you fast. It's not all one simple tiny little thing that is going to make that car do what you want it to do. Everything combined. And how much you figure out run after run after run after run after run, and eventually you start to pick up on things. It's like Dennis back in the day, he could probably attest to this when he was racing back in the day. You start to pick up the longer you do it, you start to pick up on whether they're different cars or not. You can see right away the changes you need to make to that car quicker. It starts to come to you what you know you need to do to that car in order to get it to do what you want it to do. You know, you might take a new car out the first time.
The more you
Sorry.
do it, the easier it is to figure out.
Yes, but easier said.
If
Yes.
if my car did a wheelie and then on the run and then I did another run after, does that still count?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of.
All right.
What do you mean?
Did it
In
crash?
the
So, like,
same,
it just the front popped up and then I stopped. It didn't like flip or anything or crash, and then I
Oh,
just
yeah.
did it. Okay.
Kurt, you care if I share something real quick?
Nah. Go for it.
I sent my 67 mile an hour video.
This is so funny, Jericho. The tire.
Whoa!
Oh,
Hold on,
You didn't
watch.
tighten that wheel very good.
Oh, is that in the air? Oh.
Go get the car. I'll get the tire.
That's funny.
It stopped and I just followed the tire.
I keep rolling.
Hey, how you doing, Javier?
Hey,
What's
I,
up, buddy?
Up, Javier.
What's up, Hobby?
Spin rush. Yeah, that's racing when you race, huh? Spin rush.
have a shot like that that
Need them nice
tire
tires.
went rolling off, just kept rolling.
Yeah, Spin Rush, and I 100% agree with you. And the thing is, too, different roads, you're going to need to figure out. It's like when I go out there at K-Bash's road, you might need a different setup out there than you would on my road, because our roads are completely different. His road is perfectly flat, right? But it's a much coarser road, and it's very, very dirty compared to mine. His road, one run you make on his road, your car comes back and it looks like you took it through the sand dune. Like, it's ridiculous. how
That's
dirty
how-
your car is. When it
That's
comes
how
back.
ours is out here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of his road, if you've ever seen his videos, where the fenced in area where the tractor trailers are, that's to the right of where he stands. To the left, where he normally ends his runs, there's a driveway directly at the end of it, and it's a dirt mud driveway for
Mm.
another trucking place. All them guys come every time it rains, all day long. They're coming out of that driveway and driving right down his road. So all of this mud and stuff and dirt is all down his road constantly. So I mean, just to comment on Spin Rush's thing, it's like, you're gonna need a different setup to where you go differently. My road's perfectly clean. My road, there's so much traffic on it, it doesn't have a chance to get dirty.
Yeah.
The only dirt that I find on my cars is from the foam that is being thrown from the tires. You know what I mean? Like that's about it. But
No, thank you. There you go, Kurt.
What's up?
Scream.
green,
Whatever.
Ugh. There's only 2 people doing the above 200 amp class, right?
3.
kind of. We don't know what happened to the other guy.
Yeah.
Hit a pole.
Gosh, who knows?
He just kind of shows up when he wants to show up
Yeah, he popped in out of nowhere and he disappeared.
and then disappeared out of nowhere.
Who was that?
That 100 guy or whatever.
100 Rock.
His
100 rock.
is his over 200 amp?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100 rocket. Yeah, because he's running the
X8S.
XLX. Yeah,
He's not on XLX2 yet, but he's X8S.
right.
Yeah.
That dude knows his crap. I mean,
Yeah.
that is not a dude to mess with. I mean, you when somebody knows the crap and what he's doing, but I have a feeling I know what he did in the beginning of it, but I'll keep that for offline. But that was only speculation. But he knows his crap. I mean, for the number that he was running is pretty darn good. I mean, obviously you see K-Bash and how much he's put in. He's never owned a 2-wheel drive drag car, K-Bash. He's never done drag racing. He's never worked with any kind of car like that. The closest he came to it was when he made his Vendetta 2-wheel drive.
Right.
That was the only 2-wheel drive running he's done. So he literally got this car and within a month put this car into the 120s. I mean, but the runs don't, you can't ignore how many runs he's been out to do. Been out there a lot, and it's not easy to say the least. I mean, did I doubt him at all? No. I knew what he was doing, but so yes, to answer your question, Hunter Rock, he ran 129, and K was at 129 the other day. He just went. He hasn't posted it yet, but he's faster now. He made a mistake and forgot that the dude was at 129. He actually made a mistake and said 128 in the video, or whatever he did. He forgot or whatever. But so yeah, them two were neck and neck. Now K-Bash is since beaten, and I'm still sitting at 127. So
Wonder if anyone will break 100 with the BS 200 amp.
My goal.
Won't be me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it won't be me.
Mitch,
yeah.
if you see the chat, if you remember what I was saying, Kurt, I don't care if you share it, but where it looks, the GTR looks like a no prep car, that's going by during the run in the
Oh, you
chat,
can-
in the Zoom chat. Or you can share it, Kurt.
Yeah, you can share anything you want, Josh, if you want. Don't be shy. Care.
Gotta move it so I can find Zoom. That's how hard it's lifting going by.
Oh man.
That's doing 100,
Big old gap in between the wheels.
That was 68.
60s. Yeah.
You are playing with fire on that one, brother.
I just got to add a little bit of shock preload in the rear. Come on.
A little bit.
It didn't
Is
drag
that-
the chassis. There's no marks.
Is that on 3 cell?
No, that's on 2S.
You got 68?
Yes.
Jesus.
Well, what did
This
I
thing-
run on 2S in the beginning?
I thought you hit 70.
Wasn't I don't know. I forget now.
I'm struggling to hit that on 3S.
I'm running a lot bigger motor, and this has been my speed run setup for these challenges in 3 different cars. So I know what this motor likes to work into it. Same Mamba that I've been beating on with an XT90 plug and 4-turn Trinity Dragmaster, where the rotor actually has. I need to reshim it, but the rotor actually has slop. And then I forgot to take the body off and show the back.
Josh, do you mind if I take that Dean's off of there and put an XT60 on it?
Oh, whatever you want, brother. That car has been get beat on car.
Oh, it's gonna get beat on.
The body's already got duct tape on.
You gave it to Dennis.
No curbs where I'm going.
We've seen you crawl.
Okay. Now I know why you went from racing to crawling.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
the first video I posted with this, I went 89 miles an hour.
Was that the 2S run?
That was the first video.
That was parallel though, right?
Um,
Because you showed how people to test with the voltmeter, wasn't it?
no, that was a single battery pack.
Single pack.
That was one of these. Just one.
Oh yeah, the 12,000 milliamp.
It's 11. All right.
It's 11. Huh.
But yeah, that was 89 miles an hour on 2. But that was not with a 200 amp ESC.
True.
So do not. I'm sorry. Forgive me. What's your name again? Unleashed.
Sean.
Sean.
Sean. That's what I thought it was, but I'm like, no, Sean's the other guy. No. Yeah, that's 89 mile an hour on 2S with an ESC that can handle 400 amps. So basically, yeah, don't. I don't want to say that and you be discouraged by. I'm not even coming close to that on 3S, but you're not using the SC that is capable of doing that. So that's more or less my point. So Josh is pulling that number on 2S with an ESC that can only handle 200 amps. So I think it's pretty darn good. I mean, the numbers, if you're pushing 70 mile an hour on 2S, that's pretty darn good. I mean,
I want to hit 70 with it on 2S.
you're gonna hit 70 with it.
I'm hoping this gear drop will let that battery, and then I'm going to go out to the warehouse with a longer road. It's just a half-hour drive to get there.
See, there's the other Sean right there. That's the Sean. I was like, no, that guy's name's Sean. No, now it's this
No.
guy's name's Sean.
Yeah,
now we
no.
got two Seans. Two Seans will make it right, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Now, are you actually in your room or is that your
I'm
background?
actually, and look, I can actually touch stuff in my look. I can actually fucking touch stuff.
Wow.
It's been a
He is
long time
present.
since I've been in this RC room.
He is present in his domain.
Yeah, been a long time since I've been in this room.
Yeah, Spin Rush, we don't have the tariffs yet. Not
But
quite
that's
yet.
That's the coolest thing in my room. See that flag there?
Hey, Sean, if you turn your phone sideways,
Yeah. So, so the
I'm
coolest
quitting the hobby.
the coolest thing in my room is that flag right up there. That flag was flown over the Capitol building for when I came a US citizen. That's the coolest thing in this room.
nice.
That's cool.
No.
They regret that every day.
I know, yeah. I have it. I have it up. I have the thing up on the TV. I just can't get the chat up for some reason. Will not let me get the chat up.
Don't know what to tell you, Brad.
No. Fucking, he's this fucking newbie in here. It's weird. Oh, live chat. There we go.
Joe, Sean, push the blue button.
Oh, it's weird. The live chat sort of pops up. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Huh. I've never actually really watched it on the TV like this without actually using the TV as a monitor. What the fuck?
He's doing all right there. Spin Rush every Thursday. He's always on.
Got a cold, I think.
No, he's talking about Brad.
Oh, Brad, yeah.
So weird. Look, I'll have to turn this camera on. It won't give me the option to. Doesn't give me the option to. It doesn't give me the option to shrink the screen. But see the way the fucking chat is coming up.
Oh yeah.
That's so weird. I've never seen that happening before. Huh.
Like
It's almost like you're on.
reload.
That's how Facebook does it.
Yeah, that's weird. Like,
Look down at the bottom if you can see where it says open panel, like right below the video screen. Like we're
no,
usually
because I only
description.
have this remote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing it on the
Oh,
TV.
you're on the
like,
TV. That's
Yeah,
why.
no,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
why.
It's weird though. It doesn't give you an option to like shrink the
Nope.
picture. Even
No.
though it's
Nope.
weird.
Not on the
Yeah.
TV.
No, totally weird. That's why, because I've never done it with just a TV before. Because it's always just on the computers. Actually, just through the TV normally. Always.
Yeah.
Tamaya. I have a Tamaya there somewhere. Right. Where's there one? Right there. Like, there's one right there. The Tundra, the high lift. There's not much left of it that's Tamaya though. It's like the chassis rails and the body and the drive shafts. I think that's the only Tamiya parts on it still. Javier, how are you, brother? Big brother's watching your every move.
$700 for a Traxxas Slash. For the Max Slash is $700, not for the Slash.
Well, with the new tariffs, it could be.
Well, yeah. Well, that's not what it's still online saying.
Yeah, I know the dust is crazy on the Max. I could write my name on them. Okay. Nuts.
All the Shell Queens, right?
Yeah. Only certain ones that I kept and held on to. So.
Yeah, those look nice, Dennis. You posted those on Facebook.
Oh, the wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really nice.
What was that? The carbon fiber ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who were they from?
Chunky.
Chunky's
Oh,
Custom.
they were chunky.
Chunky's
Yeah.
Customs.
Yeah, they looked cool. Like so.
You spelt his name wrong.
Yeah, like spider webs type things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See all you comp guys cheating again.
How you cheating?
Let me get like a little more width off of this thing and go and see what I can do. Like, you know.
Mine's too much. Mine's too light. Ask that of that truck just floats around wherever it wants to go.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Spin Rush, those aren't LEDs, those are actual Christmas lights. Just all white. Found a couple 25 footers at the dollar store. Needed something to brighten it up.
Actually looks good though.
I tried.
Hey, it worked.
Yeah, Derek dropped the link in there for Chunky's Customs. We'll check out their rims. Good. I got a set. They're nice.
Nice to know you got that.
Yeah. Don't be scared.
They're well worth it, Mitch.
Yeah, they went together better than I thought they would, for sure, for 3D printed stuff.
Yeah.
They're solid. Always leery about 3D printed stuff for some reason. It seems like I don't know, I just had bad experience with it.
I know. It's even like it's even when I was at cabin fever and stuff, like with the excavator and you're loading all the trucks that are made of fucking like metal and everything, you don't mind. But then when the 3D printed one comes over, you're fucking nervous loading it because one wrong, like I'm just afraid of like one wrong move and just
Crush
smash
it.
this guy's fucking through. And then a part of me's like, well, he was stupid enough to pull up, but then it's still like you can't really smash this fucking truck because you hit the controller wrong. So I always get nervous as fuck loading the 3D printed ones. Like,
What are you guys doing? Spirit Airline, Chuck E. Cheese, Waffle House,
Waffle House is the best place ever.
Chick-fil-A.
Spirit Airlines is the worst fucking airline ever. Like, the Waffle House, 2 a.m. in a Waffle House, can't beat it.
Awful waffle.
Mhm. Or are we just plugging fucking corporations?
I
right now
don't
or
know
something?
what
Like,
they're doing.
fuck? Yeah.
No, he said name the top 10 places the parents fight.
Oh, is that what he said?
Well, Chuck E. Cheese, it's not
The
both
sidelines.
That
This
was
parent
Chuck E.
and that
Cheese. You
parent.
see them go crazy in that?
That's
Mm.
opposite parents. That's my parents.
Baseball games, kids
Right.
flag football games, soccer games.
The
the parts.
lawyers, the lawyers, they fight the lawyers. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sidelines.
We'll see you.
Sporting event.
We'll see you, TJ.
You guys take care of me. All right, Spin Rush. Have a good one.
Later, Spin.
That's true.
Hey, TJ.
Well, let's add home to that one.
Bedroom.
In and out. Hmm.
See how the weather works out this week. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
try
it was
to run that DR10.
way too windy today.
It was actually nice here in New York today.
It's insane here.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Did I hear that right? Dennis, you gonna give this a shot?
Yep.
Talk to that big guy over there. Yeah, he said with a DR10 yesterday.
And say you're going to be the first DR10 too, huh?
Which
Yeah.
DR10? Because they just come out with a fucking. Didn't they come out with that weird fucking truck or something that they just called a DR10 as well? No.
No, you're thinking of we're to the drag cars, not the.
Yeah.
That's a.
No, this is the regular DR10 drag car.
No, I know, yeah, but they came out with that stupid truck and called it a DR10. They some shit. No.
No, it's not a DR10. It's something else. What is it? Something 10. Gold chassis things.
Yeah. Some fucking thing 10 or something. They just sort of hopped on the popularity of the 10. Fucking.
Right. The team associated.
Yeah.
The frick are those things called?
RC10. An RC10 6x6. No, it wasn't RC10. What the fuck is the name of it?
Look, Josh said RC10.
Yeah, RC10 6x6.
So H&W, I think, is still in the 200 class. I think H&W is still the fastest, right?
I'm not sure what they went.
They went 71, right?
Then yeah. No.
I think 70.
70.
I hit 71 today, but I didn't get it on video.
Not in video, doesn't count.
No.
Yeah, you got to tag Mitchell in your video.
Yeah.
Just
I hit 81 today, but didn't get it in video. So
just when you
So
put your
that-
title or whatever in your video, just put at top speed Mitchell Miner and it'll pop up and just click
I
on
bet
it so
the
it sends it to him.
the car behind you probably got it on video though, right, Sean?
that 6x6. I've never actually had that in video.
You said you hit 81, but didn't
Yeah.
get it. on video. But the car behind you got it on video.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The H&W did 70.
Earbud's not working, Josh.
Is it back? Because I was saying RC10 the whole time.
No, we can hear you now, but
It's like it's RC10. It's really an Apex chassis. They're
yeah,
just calling it RC10.
yeah. They're just going off the RC10 fucking fame, like
It has no RC10 parts in it.
yeah.
I'm going to jump off here. I think the mic is telling me it's time to hit the hay.
yeah.
I'll see
Yeah.
you guys.
All
See you
right.
later.
See you,
Josh,
Josh.
have a good night.
Josh.
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting close to that time. 5 o'clock comes around real quick.
Yes, it does. Me too.
Thank fuck, I actually have a week off. Yay. I'm actually going to be home chilling out for a week. I'll actually get to fuck about with some RCs maybe this week. Figure out what RCs are going to take to Texas with me.
Is that where you're working next?
Yeah, Houston. Like, so I might take the dozer, the excavator, I'm on dump truck with
For
me.
how long?
I'll be there to fucking November. Something like
What?
Jesus.
yeah.
Damn. The big
So
job then, huh?
yeah. So I might take them with me and then at least they're down there destroying the hotel fucking grounds. Again, like because the event in May, there's enough guys going to that with machinery. I'm just gonna fly into that event. So I'll just fly in there, Columbus, Ohio.
Use all their stuff.
Yeah, just use all their stuff, like Yeah, fly back out to Texas again.
Man.
So I see Nick's not going to Beat the Creek this year.
No, he's probably going to the same event. We're going to the week after in May, or 2 weeks after May 17th to the big
Yeah.
construction event. So we're going to that event instead, like so. Because there's yeah, I nearly said something on here but I'm live here, so I just realised. So I'll say afterwards.
11:30. I'm going to lay down.
All right, Dennis.
Ice cream's kicking in.
Dennis,
Right.
Yeah,
No.
it's time to go change his diaper.
Dude, if
You
I
got
eat
the-
ice cream, it puts me to sleep.
Ice
No.
cream coma.
BW3s is kicking in.
Eh.
His diaper needs changed. Just so.
Later, buddy.
All right, we'll see you guys
All right.
Yeah,
See you,
that's-
Dennis.
Have a good one, Dennis.
later, chat.
Yeah, that's the only reason I won't be at Beat the Creek this year either. Like, 'cause that construction event is 2 weeks after it, so. And Beat the Creek's, I'll only be starting the project. Fucking, I'll be a week and a half, 2 weeks into the project when Beat the Creek comes, like, so.
Hmm.
That's no good. Oh, fuck. It's weird how that other Sean shows up on my phone but doesn't show up on the TV screen. Nope.
It's because he's got his camera off.
camera's
Yeah.
off.
so that you don't see them on YouTube.
Yeah.
You just hear them. Yeah, is that? Yeah, I don't know why Zoom does that.
Yeah, it's weird. Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't even show his,
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Picture or
avatar.
nothing. Yeah.
that's weird.
Mm. Mm.
I think that's a setting, no?
No, I don't think so.
I
Just
don't think so because it does it to everybody. Even everybody's has that. Yeah.
yeah, if your camera's not on, they don't get shown. So
Let's see. See if I disappear.
Oh yeah, you'll disappear.
I disappeared. Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Huh. Is that ever weird?
Yeah.
yeah. It does it for even when I'm having conference calls on Zoom. It does the same thing. Like
Mm.
it does. You turn your camera off, you'll just disappear off the view. We can hear you, but you just disappear off the view. That's why one of the companies I do work with, that's one of their things at the meetings. Everybody's camera has to be on. Like there's no like camera off and people can only hear you. Yeah.
Be up early.
Yeah, it just sucks though because they can't fucking they can see if you go to roll your eyes or at the first they're saying something fucking stupid.
I'm
Like
frozen.
it's- I keep fucking spinning around in this chair. It's been that long since I sat in the fucking thing. Like,
Oh, there we go. I was lagging. I'm gonna
See
go
you,
to bed.
Javier. Have a good night, buddy.
later, Javier. See now I lost the
Yeah,
chat.
Javier.
Later. See you
Later.
later.
Goodbye, everyone.
You heading out, John?
Yeah.
Ah,
All right.
I'll
see
Have a
see
good
you
night.
later, Sean.
Have a good one.
See ya.
John,
Shut-
later, buddy.
I'm shutting down here in a minute, anyways.
See, I don't know why I lost the live chat now again. It's weird.
Just kind of waiting for the 2 hour mark. 2 more
Yeah.
minutes.
I was just watching this video.
All right. Yeah, I watched it
And
too.
I jumped off. Yeah, you didn't like it either, K
I-
Bash.
I didn't like it.
No, you didn't hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, I
Because you know
did.
why I know that? Because you commented and I was the first one to like the video.
No, I gave it a thumbs up right away.
It's not showing it on there that you gave a thumbs up.
I did. So suck it.
Because your road was busy as fuck today, Mitchell.
Yeah, it was pretty busy.
Yeah. They want to learn how to drive. A couple of them are on the fucking opposite side of the road, even passing you.
I bet you if you go back to his video after you're done and go back to it, it'll show 0
It might.
because it's showing 0 right now.
I liked it too, so it
Yeah.
probably won't unload and load thing.
It's-
Dude, last week was the closest I came to getting one of my cars run over on that road.
Yeah.
Car came out from behind another car to pass him. Right at my car was sitting. I was waiting to make my run, so it's all the way up the road.
Yeah.
And the cars passed by me, and as soon as they got past me, the rear car jumped out and went
Oh,
around.
fuck.
Right, dude, he cut in front of my RC car and the car he was going around. Like dude, it was one of the things where I was sitting there with the wheels turned, with my finger on the trigger, just waiting to shoot that car off the side of the road. Because, dude, I swore he was just gonna stay straight onto it. But he must have seen my car sitting there because
Yeah.
he jumped back over in the other lane just at the last second. I was like, really, dude? You just don't have the patience to just wait another 2 seconds. Like, come on.
No. Sounds like it was a guy like me.
I mean, that road, the section that you see is only a small portion of that road. That road, after it goes around the bend, that road is another 3 miles, dead straight. Just
Oh,
perfectly
fuck's
dead
sake.
straight.
Yeah, so you got plenty of time then.
There's plenty. I mean, absolutely plenty. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like they're going around that car and they're gonna, run into a spot or what. They got
Yeah.
3 more miles of nothing but straight road that you can do that on.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't stop yawning.
I know.
That's because we all know we're going back to work tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking lie in tomorrow. I gotta make sure I turn all my alarm clocks off so fucking 5 o'clock in the morning my alarms aren't going. Fuck.
And then I'll probably be, well, KB will be in the hospital all day tomorrow.
You be what?
So KB will be in the hospital all day tomorrow.
Why, what are you doing tomorrow?
His mother's getting, got to get it blood transfusion every Monday.
Yeah. Every Monday, yeah?
Yep.
Gotta actually reach out to Tank about that fucking crane. I noticed it's not in his background anymore.
No, no, he's got her in the
It's
other
other room.
I thought you got that from him.
No, not yet, no. I'll let her reach out to him about it.
Oh, you guys still haven't done that yet?
No. That guy was on a show last night, RC Unleashed. What was he? Was that 3D printers in front of him, or was it a big fucking platform?
RC Unleashed, he was in here right now.
Huh? Yeah, but what was in front of him last night in Tank's chat? Was it fucking, or Thursday night? Was it 3D printers or was it fucking?
I thought it was tanks. Like
Fish
He
tank.
has fish tanks.
Oh, is that
Fish
what it was?
tanks. Yeah, he's got
Fish
4
tank.
fish tanks.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
that's what I
some
was
big
asking.
fish
Was it like
tanks.
fucking? It looked like fucking like hydropot fucking
Yeah,
things for
no,
growing plants. Like,
he's got fish. He's into fish.
Yeah.
That's his
Yeah.
hobby.
oh, okay.
I think he's got 3 salt water and 1 regular.
Yeah. I'm already talking about pot plants.
I was like, what
I would have noticed that.
I thought it was just the big fucking hydro growing fucking things, like, you know.
I take pictures of all the greenhouses that I go into. Just acres of pot plants that you can see forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come out of those things high.
Oh yeah, they're so strong. It's
Mhm.
especially during picking season. Oh my God.
Brutal.
Yeah, when they're picking that stuff and cutting it.
Yeah.
That's what my
God.
nephew does here in Canada.
Oh,
He's a chemist for them.
yeah,
Grow
it's awesome.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
strong. You're like, I love that smell, but not that strong of a smell, you
You
know.
like that? Oh,
I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
freaking dirty old skunky shit.
I smell a skunk. Oh, I smell a skunk and I'm like, oh,
What is wrong with you?
I love it.
Jesus Christ.
My wife hates it too. I'm like, no,
Oh,
I love
man.
that smell, man.
I cannot.
Nasty boy, you.
Smells like roadkill.
Yeah, love it.
Oh. Ugh.
It's just strong. It's too strong though when you're there, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you're down the road, down the street, coming up to it, that's when I'm like, oh yeah, and then you get stronger and stronger and stronger the closer you get.
Every time I see my
Woo.
nephew, I tell him to go have a freaking shower and wash your clothes. I did, Uncle. I did.
That stuff sticks. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll stay with you.
See you, Dirk.
Yeah.
Have a good night, buddy.
See you, Dirk.
Later, Dirk.
Yeah,
Bring
we're gonna close
Later,
down this
Dirk.
live. Shut this live off. We're over 2 hours. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks, chat. Appreciate it. Everybody have a good one.
See you guys later.
Whoever's left.
Later, chat.
Later, everyone.
Joe. Appreciate it, buddy.
See you, Joe. Have a good week.